Happy Earth Day, readers. I am extremely excited to bring you a read aloud from outside today. But before I start, I'm going to be quiet for a second and just listen. Can you hear all of that? The lawnmower in the background, somebody's mowing their grass. The birds are chirping all around me up in the trees. I even heard the recycle truck driving down my street to pick up our recycling. All of these things are the sounds that we hear when we go outside, all the sounds that Earth brings us. I hope you get a chance to maybe go outside and do a little listening. What do you hear? Would be a great journal writing today. Go outside, take your journal and pencil, listen, and you could make a list of all the things you hear. You could make a poem about the things you hear. You could even write a story about all the things you hear. Or you could go outside and read a book. Find a nice shady spot or a nice sunny spot and read some books outside today. It's a great day for it. So for this Earth Day, I'm doing 2 read alouds. It's going to be 2 separate videos. This first video is going to be a fiction read aloud. The second video will be a nonfiction read aloud. You can decide if you want to listen to both. You can just listen to one. That's up to you. This read aloud is a fiction story, The Tiny Seed by Carle. And I'm going to read to you the best I can with all the sounds of nature around me, and I hope you can hear, and I hope you enjoy the tiny seed. Here we go. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? Where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up, up it goes. But it flies too high and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. The bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It's so small, the bird doesn't see it. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they're going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Over here. Now it's spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they are not seeds anymore, they are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and the air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big, fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from the other small plants, and the littler plants die. But the tiny seed has not begun to grow yet. Will it be too late? Hurry! But finally, it starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child does not see the plants as he runs along and, oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from a tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. And before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what's happening? First, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them, and a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to his friend. It's summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on, and it does not stop. The sun shines on it, and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It's taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big, beautiful flower. Now it's autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail away into the wind. The end. Do you think a new tiny seed will be in that pod of seeds from the big flower? I love this story because it kind of reminds us that even if we're small and even if we might not think we're going to make it, if we just keep trying and we keep working, we can make it. And not only just make it, we can be the best us we can possibly want to be. Again, I'm outside and I heard some dogs barking while I was reading, and I can still hear the recycled truck. I love the sounds of nature and I love the sounds of being outside. And I hope you have an opportunity to get outside today as well. Remember, this is one of 2 read alouds today. I'm going to record another video next of a nonfiction book that's going to teach us more about how we can help our Earth on Earth Day. So I hope you enjoyed the story today. The Tiny Seed by Carle is a great story. Maybe do a little planting, find yourself a tiny seed, and maybe you can grow a big flower too. I will see you soon. I'll be back tomorrow with another read aloud. Have a great day. Bye-bye.